It's safe to say we saw a lot of bad blood at Bad Blood. And I know I'm being super cringe and corny saying that, but God almighty, did we get a lot of blood, a lot of returns.
Raquel Rodriguez, Jimmy Uso is back!
And a lot of surprises on this card. So let's talk about this card real quick and let's review the show. Now, really quickly before we get into the video, if you guys enjoy professional wrestling content, especially content about the WWE, make sure you guys subscribe and ring that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. With that being said, let's review Bad Blood. Now, I know in my predictions video, I talked about how there's going to be a lot of bad blood at Bad Blood. And when I say we had an insane amount of blood, like we had legit Attitude Era blood at the start of this show in that Hell in a Cell match. Like those two boys, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, were bloodied and destroyed in this match. Now, most of you guys know we had our first Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood back in the day with Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. And when I tell you that this was a great homage to that match, they did a phenomenal job of really selling everything they were doing. They made us feel like either guy could win this match basically the entire time. And they beat the absolute crap out of each other.
Enemy, and now, you know, oh! And again, McIntyre and McIntyre. Whoa! That's off that. Seen some of the great. Was able to.
The one thing that makes me super excited in matches is when you can feel that both guys don't like each other and that both guys are putting their bodies on the line for our entertainment. Whether it be the fact that they use steel steps, whether it be the fact that they beat each other up with wrenches, whether it be the fact that they use toolboxes. Like when CM Punk hit Drew McIntyre with this toolbox and busted his head wide open.
Beat the head, wipe the blood.
And when I tell you, I have not seen a Crimson Mask like that since the John Cena Crimson Mask. Like that thing was just like, it was literally blood. Like I was like, what is happening? And both of these guys literally destroyed each other. You had Drew McIntyre put CM Punk through a table.
God. Oh my God!
You had CM Punk move out of the way from a Claymore, and Drew McIntyre went back first onto steel steps. That spot, by the way, I think was one of the coolest spots for the sole fact that, like, you can't fake that. My boy literally took all the brunt force from his back on the steps, and I was like, damn, that hurt. That hurt a lot. And the overall storytelling this match, I said, was really good because, like I said earlier, both of these guys were believable that you can tell me he's going to win or he's going to win at any one of these moments, and I literally would have believed you. Now, I really got excited when we got closer to the finish and you saw Drew McIntyre bring out a bag because I was like, there's no way they're going to use thumbtacks, right? Like, thumbtacks have not been used in WWE and I don't even know how long now, but I know it's been a very long time. But it was even cooler when it was all the beads that they used for the bracelets that CM Punk had, and he was dropping them on there. He was going to end the match, but then we had the really cool finishing spot where CM Punk took the chain link to GTS, gets the finish, and ends up ending their feud by getting the win. Now, do I think the right guy won in this match? No, I do think Drew McIntyre should have won this feud because I do think that CM Punk doesn't need to win this feud. And I do believe, I think it would have elevated Drew McIntyre a little more. But either way, now we know that CM Punk is definitely going to be looking into the title picture. Whether he ends up staying on Raw, maybe he goes to SmackDown when he's in the title picture. Who knows? But I do believe now Drew McIntyre is going to go try to get his revenge on Jey Uso and try to get the Intercontinental title off him. So I think that's going to be a little cool there. But overall, I thought this match cooked. I think that this was probably my favorite match of the night. I think this was the best match of the night overall. I think it was a great way to start the show. I know I said this should have been the main event, but when we get to what really happened in the main event, obviously we're going to know why that was the main event over this. Next up, we have Nia Jax and Bayley, and this match is pretty straightforward. Everything you wanted from this match, you got. They had a pretty decent wrestling match. I think it was really cool that Nia Jax stole the Bayley to belly suplex. And you guys know on my stream, we do the bingo cards. And in my head, I had one of the boxes being stolen finisher. And I thought either you're going to see Solo Sikoa do a spear, Jacob do a spear, or you're going to see Drew McIntyre do a GTS, or maybe CM Punk do a Claymore. I did not have Nia Jax doing the Bailey to belly suplex being the finisher that we saw stolen, but she did, which is cool. And we had a spot where they ended up knocking out the referee. And as you guys know, we heard Tiffy time, but obviously it was a little bit of a tease cash in. She came in, acted like she was going to cash in, and Nia Jax hit her like Undertaker sit up, which I fucking love when she does. She hits the Undertaker sit-up, looks at her like, oh my God, you're going to cash in on me? No way. And then obviously Tiffy ends up helping Nia Jax get the win by throwing the briefcase at Bailey and all that stuff. And you knew this was going to come out with Nia Jax being champion because I think they want a bigger stage for the cash-in. I do think we're looking more at the Royal Rumble probably, maybe Elimination Chamber if she has a match there. Who knows? But I think we're looking way more towards the Royal Rumble. Match was good. Nothing too special. Kind of what you expected from Nia Jax and Bailey. I don't really, no negatives towards it. Tease cash in, everything like it's what you expected. Next up, we have Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. And I was telling you guys for the longest time that I think this match is going to end the feud for a little bit. After the way it ended, it's definitely not. So let's talk about this match real quick. To start this match, you had little Dominic Mysterio paying homage to Eddie Guerrero, coming in on the lowrider, which I thought was one of the coolest things ever. And then he ended up going into the shark cage. Now, I thought the shark cage was going to be above the ring, but it was on the ramp, and they raised him, and it was actually a little higher than I thought it was going to be. But it was so funny watching him squirm. The match itself was pretty good. Like, I thought it was enjoyable. I thought both people got their offense off. Rhea definitely looked significantly stronger than Liv in this match. And I know that that's Triple H's favorite thing to book. Having Liv Morgan look like she's this weak person that needs her boyfriend and her team. And Rhea Ripley's this unbeatable monster. Like, she's like the greatest thing we've seen since sliced bread. And I love Rhea Ripley, but I do believe you need your champion to look a little stronger. You do need Liv to look somewhat of an equal to Rhea Ripley. But the good stuff. Dominic's cage opened, and Dominic ended up falling out of the cage, and he was hanging there like a little piñata. And I was saying the whole time, I was like, yo, Rhea's definitely going to go hit him like a piñata with something or start beating up on him like a piñata. And she ends up telling the referee, and he had a little ref cam on, she tells the referee, hey, let me go take care of business, let me explain this in like a second, like book note that. She went to the referee and he said, okay, I'll let you take care of business because she wanted to go beat up Dom.
1 minute. I got unfinished business.
You deserve that.
I'm going to come back and finish this in a second.
Okay.
Kendo stick, starts beating up Dom like a piñata. And all of a sudden, we had a person attack Rhea away from leaks. I don't know about you guys. And I want to know in the comments down below. Do you guys look at leaks? Do you guys read the leaks? Because what I do, especially like 2 weeks leading up to PLE, I delete all my social media and I only post and stream. I try to stay away from all leaks. And a lot of people are like, oh, we knew it was Raquel. It was leaked. It was going to be Raquel. And like, I want to know why you guys ruin it for yourself. But so Raquel ends up attacking Rhea. The bell ends up ringing. And I don't know if they considered it a DQ or a count out, but
well, and this is just obviously symbolic here because the bell's rung, the match is thrown out. Liv Morgan.
It was a really weird situation because the ref didn't seem like he cared. He also said you can go take care of business. And then you had Raquel end up hitting the Tahana bomb, right? It's Tahana bomb? I think it's Tahana bomb. On Rhea. And then you had her stack Liv on top of Rhea, but the bell had already rung for a DQ. So either the ref messed up the spot or something there got messed up because I think Liv was supposed to get the pin there. But it's very obvious that the feud's not over. Now, I guess Raquel's going to join the Judgment Day. I really don't know where they're going with the story anymore. Like, I really wish we would have, like, ended it there and, like, maybe Becky came back and had a feud with Liv again, or Becky had a feud with Rhea, or Charlotte comes back or something. Like, I feel like the storyline is going to end up going all the way to Mania. I don't know why, but that's, like, this storyline, as much, I love both of these women. I think Liv Morgan's awesome. I think Rhea's awesome. But they're just in a never-ending feud that is going to get fans to turn on the both of them by the end of this. And it kind of sucks because, like, they're literally two of the best faces not obviously face it, but like they're two of the best women in honestly the entire world of professional wrestling. So Triple H, if you can hear me, please give them something better than this. And speaking of the Judgment Day, we are on to our next match. We have Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Now, Finn Balor came out in a pretty interesting outfit, and I actually went back and I looked at my clips, and someone in the comment section said it was like an executioner mask. Like he's gonna, he's gonna be the executioner to Damian Priest, and I thought that was really cool. Now that like I look back, I'm like, oh, that is kind of fire. But this match was amazing. I mean, Finn Balor cannot put on a bad match. I say it every time. You could put Finn Balor in there with a mop. You could put me in there with Finn Balor, and people are going to give it a 5-star match. That guy, people forget how good he is because he loses matches, but he is amazing. Like, he is literally, in my opinion, top 5. You can argue top 3 in the ring right now. He is unbelievable. They put on an amazing match, and then you got to the shenanigans. The Judgment Day showed up. They tried getting involved, but then they did get involved, and we got to the spot where it looked like Finn Balor was finally going to win this match. He hit like 3 different coup de grace on him, but then Damian Priest just grabbed him for a South of Heaven and hit the South of Heaven and won the match. I think this was the right match. I think it was a perfect match. I think it was a wrong winner, and I think the storytelling was wrong on it. I think if Damian was going to win, I don't think they should have done it the way they did. They literally made it seem like, I don't know what's up with WWE wanting to nerf Finn Balor. Like anything he does just, I guess, doesn't work or doesn't hurt. The guy literally hit like 3 different coup de grace. He had a coup de grace on his body, on his head, on his neck. I don't know where else he could have coup de grace him. And somehow Damian just grabs him by the neck, boom. And I was like, really? That's it? That's how we're ending this? But the problem, here's the why I said the biggest issue with wrong winner for this is. The Judgment Day had to cheat out Rhea Ripley by having someone get Liv Morgan DQ'd. And then Finn Balor, with the help of his buddies, couldn't even beat Damian Priest. What's the point of the Judgment Day anymore? Like, they can't win matches. You know it's going to be a bad finish no matter what. Like, it's like people go, oh, heels have to cheat, but they don't. Like, you just need to be a bad guy. You need to win, like, not the best way, but you don't need to, like, always just cheat to win and stuff like that. So I think, I don't know, this was a weird one for me. You guys all obviously know that I'm a huge Damian Priest fanboy, so I was really upset with the way this was booked. I really hope both of these guys get really good stories now separated. I do hope it's the end of both of these stories and they go after other people, but knowing Triple H, both of these stories will somehow go to Mania. And lastly, the moment you guys have been waiting for, the main event of the evening. And I know you guys want to talk about the returns. I know you guys want to talk about everything, so we'll get into the match first, and then we'll talk about the returns. Match was good. It was awesome to watch them try to coexist. It was awesome to watch Solo and Jacob actually look pretty good against Cody and Roman. I've been saying for a while, if you make Solo and Jacob look like they're on the same level of Cody and Roman, there's a lot more stories you can tell. I do feel like a lot of the times they've made Solo look a lot weaker than them. If they could make Solo look on the same level as them, they're going to be more believable on him beating them. So that, I think they did a great job on. I think they did a great job on making us all wonder if Roman's going to turn on Cody, where there was that one spot where he went in for a hot tag and it looked like Roman jumped off, but it was Jacob that actually grabbed him off there.
Last few feet are the longest. Oh, and Jacob fought too, yanking Reigns.
At that moment, I popped. I was like, oh my God, Roman actually turned on him. They've been working together the whole time, and then you see it's Jacob, which was really cool. Cody, this is the first time I thought Cody did something really cool. Him and Jacob were fighting on the outside, and he sacrificed his body to take Jacob out of the match.
Cody Rhodes looking to repeat it. A salute to Reigns. Splash through Fontaine.
Now, this was a two-parter for me, and I want to know if you guys agree with me here. When Cody took out Jacob, did it not feel like he was agreeing to be the sidekick there? Like your champion just jumps off the top of the turnbuckle and goes through the announce table, taking out Jacob Fatu. So the other guy can be the main guy against another guy. That was very interesting to me. But Cody taking out Jacob, I thought was really cool. But then you got the little one-on-one between Roman and Solo. They're fighting, they're going back and forth. But here's where it got really cool for me. When the Tongans came out, I thought right there and then we saw what I think is going to be the culmination of the, story that we're going to have for the next, I guess, 6 months up till WrestleMania. You felt that they're trying to make sure that we know that that little story without Cody is our main focus. This is what you need to focus on. And then it happened. The return happened. The camera angle on this return, I want you guys to understand, the way they filmed this return was what made this so much better than I think people can fathom. When they had the angle of Solo looking like he's about to Samoan spike Roman, and you see the figure in the background with the bandana around the head and the hoodie on, popped. I was like, oh my God, that was like literally chef's kiss perfect. Seeing Jimmy Uso return, helping Roman get the win there. I was actually very surprised that Roman got that clean of a pin on him too. But Roman getting the pin on Solo, and then them hugging. Jimmy Uso hugging Roman Reigns was just unreal. It was it was beautiful. Like it was a moment that like I'm still like smiling over. But then we got into shenanigans. You saw Roman and Jimmy leave smiling all happy, and then you saw the bloodline, the 2.0 bloodline jump Cody. This moment was going to tell us if Roman Reigns was officially a babyface or not. When Jimmy had to tell him, yo, we got to help him, and they both run in and help Cody with the bloodline, it sold it to me completely. Roman face is 100% officially a face. He is no longer a heel. He's not a tweener. He is officially a face, saving the champion and all that stuff. Now, once they clear the ring, Roman had his eyes set on one thing and one thing only. And it's that big gold belt. Not really big gold belt, but it's that gold belt that Cody Rhodes was holding in his hands. But how did he get that gold belt? Our boy Roman picked up the belt and handed it over to him. The belt that he held for over 1,000 days, he handed over to Cody. And then you heard the theme song that I know all you guys are waiting for. If you smell the cringiest WWE superstar in the world, The Rock had returned. Now, let me say something about this before y'all hate on me. He hates The Rock. Listen, The Rock only comes back when it's convenient for The Rock. The Rock only comes back when it's there to make him look good. The Rock doesn't care about making anybody else look good. The guy walked out, did his little eyebrow, and he's just standing there. And I was like, all right, what are you going to do? Guy goes like this. Now, I think this could mean one of two things. Either A, that he pinned Cody 1, 2, 3, and he's going to come for him next. Or that there's 3 guys in the ring, and he's coming for all 3 of them. Or 3 more months that he's going to be AFK till he comes back. I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea what they're going to do with The Rock. Everyone is saying in their minds it's Survivor Series, but there was a wrench thrown into all this at the end of the show that makes me think it's not happening at Survivor Series. And Survivor Series is going to have a different match. And that situation was after the show, when Cody was going out to his bus, he ended up getting jumped by somebody. Now, who did he get jumped by? Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens beat the crap out of Cody Rhodes in the parking lot of Bad Blood, to the point where Cody Rhodes didn't even show up to his press conference. So officially, Kevin Owens is heel. So that goes to tell me who the hell would be in, because everyone said, oh, it's going to be Roman, it's going to be Jimmy, it's going to be either KO and Randy or KO and Cody, something along those lines against the Bloodline, or they do 5v5. I don't know. I have no idea now what they do. I actually don't see any reason for a Bloodline Civil War anymore. I see a better chance at Survivor Series that we get the Judgment Day against the Wyatt Six at War Games at this point. Like, I am no longer interested in a Bloodline Civil War at War Games at this point. But I just don't know what they're going to do with The Rock. And then The Rock went off on this little live that he tangent on Instagram. That guy loves to call himself the final boss. I don't know what's good with that, but he is obsessed with calling himself the final boss. Overall, he's a weirdo. We have way too many superstars. We don't need him, but it is what it is. I'm not, whatever. Y'all can get mad at me. But Bad Blood was amazing. I think Bad Blood was phenomenal. I think this was one of the best PLEs we had this year. I think that Hell in a Cell match is going to be argued to be, it could be the best match this year. Who knows? Everyone's going to say WrestleMania was the best match this year, but you can argue that this was the best match this year. It was phenomenal. It was everything you wanted in a Hell in a Cell. So with that being said, I want to know from you guys, what was your favorite match of the night? What did you guys love about the card? What did you guys hate about the card? What result did you love? What result did you hate? And what do you guys think is next for us in the WWE as we go to Crown Jewel? And if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys subscribe by pressing the button somewhere up here. Make sure you guys ring the bell for notifications. And I just want to say I love you guys for making it this far in the video. If you guys enjoyed, obviously, let me know you guys enjoyed and what kind of future videos you want to see. My name is Alan Owens. This is much love from me to you guys. Peace.